Hello, this is Dr. Matecki back for an introduction to Unit 2. Unit 2 covers Chapter 2 in the text, Theoretical Tools of Public Finance. So these are some economic tools that we're going to use throughout the course. Some of these you have seen before, some you haven't. So it's going to be important to go through each of these and review the concepts that you're sort of familiar with, and then spend quite a bit of time studying the things you haven't seen before. The first tool is constrained utility maximization, and this involves a budget constraint and indifference curves. So unless you've taken intermediate intermediate microeconomics, which some of you may have, you have probably not seen this. So that's going to require some extra time, and there's a series of videos that were produced by Marginal Revolution University for a Principles of Microeconomics course, but it serves our purpose well. Highly recommend going through that series of videos to further get an understanding of how to use this framework. So I'm really only concerned about the graphical interpretation. So there's some pretty complicated math that goes along with this, but we just want to have a general sense of what this process looks like and how to use a basic graphical framework to analyze problems. Section 2.2. Textbook spends a lot of time talking about an application of utility maximization. We're going to spend an entire unit talking about this type of thing later on, so I just want you to skip this for now and focus on building the tools that we'll use later. 2.3, so this is where a lot of this should be review. So from Principles of Microeconomics, you've talked about market equilibrium, consumer and producer surplus, and market efficiency. So the big lesson here is that competitive markets are efficient. They maximize social welfare, which is defined as the sum of consumer and producer surplus. So the only problem is sometimes the market equilibrium is inefficient when we have market failure. And so our starting point is always going to be to look at an equilibrium where the market is working well. And then we can see how much efficiency is lost from, let's say, a taxation or an externality or those sorts of things. So the one thing you probably have not seen before, though, is social welfare. And so this is a concept that is applied when we're talking about the government sector and how societies make decisions. Right? So chapter 2.4 is again another application that we're going to look at later. And then there's going to be some material that I'm going to present in a lecture video that you probably have not seen before, and it's also not in the textbook and the way that I'm going to present it. So it's an expansion of the conversation regarding social welfare and how we can sort of envision graphically a society making decisions based on a utility maximization framework. So I do encourage you to go through the readings and look at all the videos that are associated with this chapter. I believe those will be a great help as you proceed through the quiz and the homework. Thank you very much.